Hello everyone, welcome back to Sonic Says, where we talk about human issues while playing Sonic the Hedgehog. If it sounds different, I'm back at home. It's my spring break. And let me just tell you guys, thank you for your support again. I'm really off schedule, if I'm honest. I've been tired. I've been so busy. I've been doing shows and not like TV shows, but like acting stuff. And I've been so busy, lots of homework, and sometimes I get so caught up, and there's not moments where I can clearly talk about issues and have my mind clear to talk about issues. And I really want to give my all on these videos. So, yeah, thank you for understanding. I might be a bit off schedule for the next few weeks, but that means I'm putting a lot more time and thought into these videos. Like this one. This one is called The Mental Battle. Will you ever win? Will I ever win? The quick answer to that is yes. Cue the credits, play right there. But let's talk about that. We all fight battles every day in our mind. Some minor battles, some major battles. Maybe you're struggling with a decision that might change your outlook on your future, that might affect other people. You're scared and overthinking, and you're letting all these demons and thoughts fight in your brain, and you're letting it fight while you have no, reign over it. You have no reign over your mind or what thoughts come in there. Throughout my life, mostly, I've been fighting battles. Battles if am I good enough? Battles like, will I ever be enough for people? Battles that win in my mind, used to win. And I feel like this is more common. I'm not saying it doesn't happen for women, but these battles aren't talked about enough for men. And I was looking at my analytics for this channel, and it's 90% of all of you guys are men. Now, I'm not gonna exclude the women for this video, but for the men, I know what goes on and what battles are happening. I feel like for men, we don't get to talk about our feelings because it makes us look weak, or we hide stuff so deep down because we have to act tough. Well, let me tell you that it's okay to feel emotional. For men, I feel like it's hard to explain our emotions. Growing up, we never were given chances to talk about our emotions. This one class, I was talking, we were doing a discussion, and it was a discussion about men and women, and not to talk bad about the women in this discussion, but they were saying men usually don't think about things, and they rush into things and whatever. And then when it was my turn to talk, I used to play football. And that's where I said, I have seen more people cry on a football field than I have in my life. That men are the most emotional of us all. We're just really good at hiding it. And we hide it from everybody and everyone because we don't want other people to worry about us, to care. And it's hard. It's hard for men to talk about that. So many young adults in my life, young men, I see struggle with battles, and they don't know what to do because they never got control of their mind. They were told to shove it deep down and never talk about it again. But there's something where I realized when I used to struggle with this, why I used to let battles happen in my mind, and bad thoughts would pop up, and I always thought maybe the world's better off without me. Now we're gonna talk about some heavy topics in this video, like suicide. There's a little warning there, but I never personally was suicidal like that. But the thoughts of why am I here, or Do I really mean that much? Really do pop up. Did pop up. Back in high school, there's a time in my life where a few events happened back to back. I lost my uncle and my brother went off to college and I had nobody. Cause I grow up. I was in a big family. I am. Lots of siblings, and no one really talks about how hard it is to be the youngest. Because you're with all these wonderful siblings and people, and then you watch them grow up without you, go on their own adventures, and it seems like they forget about you. And it feels like you're just left alone, and things won't ever be the same. I won't make videos with my sister again, or we used to make like little skits and stuff, and I wouldn't play video games with my brother again. I wouldn't have not fights, but wrestling matches with my brothers again. And that's hard to cope with as the youngest one, because you watch everyone leave around you, and then you're like, now what? I'm never going to have those moments with my family again. And it got really bad where I stopped eating. So many depressing thoughts clouded my mind. I grew up my facial hair, which I usually don't do. And, well, usually didn't do back then. I'm trying to grow a mustache or something right now. But I let all those emotions win. And I thought that I was forgotten. That my family grew up without me, and then that was it. If you don't know my life story, that's okay. I'm not going to tell you all about it. But I grew up without many wins in my life. It may seem like I'm a winning man. Nice home, nice family, good friends and everything. And it was never always like that. As a kid, I lost my sister, of course. And that made me very shy and closed off as a child. And when I lost my uncle, it happened again. I let people walk over me and use me. And there's one time I sat in a hallway and had someone scream at me for 40 minutes saying how bad I was, and I didn't say anything or defend myself. I just let it happen because maybe I agreed with it. So I won't go into many details about my life, but it's never been easy. Life is hard. Life is so hard. And everyone has it hard in their own way. We let all these bad thoughts win in our brain, and it's hard to see the good. We close ourselves off. We get angry and bitter with people around us who love us. And something I learned, it's hard to be joyful, but it's worth it. It's hard. There's a fight in your brain every single day. There's fights happening. Everyone's mind. And as for men, we can't talk about it because it's frowned upon. We seem emotional, we're deemed emotional, unmanly. It makes us feel bad about ever sharing our emotions. But man, us men, we have so many emotions, and when I was talking with my fellow brothers that I met in college, we would have little talks in the living room about emotional stuff, and I never got to do that as a kid. It's crazy to see how many men are struggling with stuff and they don't want to talk about it. They're fighting these battles because they're like, I think I can fight this battle all by myself, and that's not true. Don't close yourself off. But if you're fighting a battle right now, you gotta remember that you will win. That you will win this fight. Because you do have God on your side. That's true. God will fight these battles for you. But you gotta take control of your mind too. God will help you fight these battles. You will win. You're projected to win this fight. And if you're, there's like mountains and valleys that we usually talk about in life. In my life, I didn't have many mountains. I had smaller hills and bigger hills and not really much mountains. But whenever I was on a mountain, I learned that I gotta cherish the wins. Because I know a valley's coming. This past semester in college, I had some crazy events happen. We had a medical scare with one of my friends, and it was traumatic for me. I've healed from it now, but the semester after this semester, I was sitting in my room, and someone came in and asked, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm just waiting for the next bad thing to happen." I'm expecting the valley when I'm on the hill or a mountain. Cherish the wins and remember where you were for the losses. Once you're on that mountain, man, cherish that mountain. Cherish it. In order to win in your mind, you have to look around where you are now. The losses are hard. Whether you lose somebody in your life, make a bad decision, someone hurts you, the losses are hard. It's okay to feel that way. As for men, it's okay to feel emotional. It's okay to feel emotional. And it's okay to feel these emotions, but don't let it cloud you from what's going on around you right now. There's a lot of good happening around you right now, but sometimes we can't see it because we're clouded by all this junk in our brain about our past and everything. And if you make a mistake, forgive yourself and forgive the past. My past, I always talk about forgiveness because it's important. If someone wrongs you, forgive them in your heart, or tell them you forgive them. Find a path forward, and if you make a mistake yourself, forgive yourself. You're not going to get it perfect all the time. It's okay. If you're struggling with battles, man, don't let that win. Don't make a decision. Here's why. Seek and ask for help. And accept the help. I feel so many times we're too scared to ask for help because we want to fight this ourselves. And God's there for us. But also God places people in our lives. There's one night I was talking to my buddy. I think I mentioned this story once. And I got so open with him. And I was talking about all the things I was scared about, all the things that were hurting me. And it was the most life-changing experience of my life. I usually tend to push away help since it's the manly thing to do. But I learned to, whenever I'm struggling, I need to seek help. Find a group of people you can trust and care about you. Seek help and accept it. Accept help. God put that person to help you. Or maybe you're the one that's helping another person. If you see someone struggling, be there for them. You're placed right there, right now, for a reason. And if you're struggling with thoughts about suicide, or that's like the worst case scenario, or do I matter? You do matter. And now that sounds cheesy to say, but you do. Because God looked at this beautiful earth, looked at all 7 billion people and said, you know what? This person, I need this person in there. I need this person right here. And if you're still breathing, man, that's a testament because you still matter. Every breath is a testament to that you still matter. It's never worth it. It's never worth it. You make someone stay without knowing it. The people in your life care about you, and you matter to people in your life. Cherish them. You matter. You make someone's day without knowing it. I had to learn that because I was scared that I just usually bring everyone down with me. I get really emotional, I get really angry, and I hurt people, and that makes me think maybe I'm the issue, maybe I'm the problem. But then when God puts some people in my life that tell me that I do matter, man, you do matter. Taking, it's never worth it to take your life. You're turning off the movie in the second act. Another cheesy saying, because Act 3 is where everything comes together. And some people turn it off before ever seeing that. This is only a small snippet in your life. Right here, this struggle, small. It's small. And our lives are small in the grand scheme of heaven and God's plan. Our 100 years, if we ever make it to 100 years, is a drop in the bucket of what we got in heaven. There's something greater coming, and that's why you are here. And that was hard for me to learn because I always felt like I was a joke to God. Like I was a sitcom he would throw on his TV up there, and he would watch me get knocked down time after time. He would watch me get beaten down and hurt and used, and I was like a joke. But I realized God put me through all of that to get me ready for where I am now. And it's amazing. Where I am now. It's amazing. I've forgiven my past. I have so many wonderful people in my life. Like right now I'm at my childhood bedroom, I'm looking around, and it's crazy to see how far I've come. You are worth too much to lose. And you know who thought that? Jesus. He has a plan for you. Take a deep breath and look where you are now and look where you were. I think, since God put me through all that stuff, I had to mature faster, but it was used to help people. Like I tell people, I was going to delete this channel after my second video. And then that first video really skyrocketed, and I saw all these stories and comments, and people would text me and call me in my life and say how much this is needed. And I like that. God put me here, gave me this opportunity to talk, to help others. So whatever you're going through right now, it will be used to help others who might be going through something similar. The best is yet to come. It's a cheesy saying, but the best is really yet to come. This moment in time, like I said, is a drop in the bucket. A mountain's coming. A valley is between two mountains. The valley may seem dark and long, and the climb may seem rough, but like I said, you will win. This moment in your life will help you grow, get stronger, so the valleys are shorter, the easier it is to climb that mountain. One night I was crying really bad. I don't even remember what was going on, but I used to struggle a lot with depression and emptiness as growing up, especially when you lose your sister at a young age and you have all this stuff happen to you. And my dad hugged me and he said, "You're a warrior." If you've seen the movie Creed or Rocky, he gets back up every time he gets knocked down. We need to be warriors. Wherever we get knocked down, we gotta get back up. That's what warriors do. Be a warrior. You have to see this through to the end. Don't turn off the movie halfway through. Because in the third act, everything comes together and your third act is coming. I feel like so many other times we try to make ourselves seem like the bad guy or the villain. But sometimes, I know it may seem like a cocky thing to say, but you have to be the hero in your story too. That doesn't mean the hero's perfect, it means he falls and struggles. But he always gets back up, and he does what's right. He always forgives, he helps others, and you gotta be that hero in your own story. Take the reins and be that hero. And trust God. And God, He will fight these battles for you. You will win these battles. Take control of your mind with God, with God's help. Be kind to others and yourself. Be a light into other people's lives. I know it's hard to be joyful, but it's worth it. It's worth it. God will fight your battles for you. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to unpack with this topic. But if you're fighting a battle, there's one verse I love. 2 Thessalonians 3. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times in every way. The Lord be with you all. Your third act's coming. Don't turn the TV off now. Seek help and accept it. And for us men, we need to learn that. It's okay to be emotional. It's not weak. It's not. That's a stupid saying. A lot of other men are like, it's weak to talk about emotions. It's weak to... It's not. It just shows how strong you are. Because you're seeking help instead of covering it up. That's strength. Strength is asking and seeking help. Like I said, I see more people cry on a football field than I have in my normal life. So, be a friend, be a shoulder. You're placed in this world for a reason. You will win this fight. You will. And you being here is a testament that there's still something here for you. And you mean something to other people's lives. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times in every way. The Lord be with you all. See you guys next time.